that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Memphis Hounds. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the carry, it's Hill. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready, 60 or.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's go. 10-2, sir.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Operating from the gun. Blackburn, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Pulled in at the 24. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just... And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks. So a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and run forward Hill. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down. It's Hunt, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, Blackburn. Got an open man, it's Ratley. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's Hilliard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Watch out, watch out. Pick me up. Here we go.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 60 out long. Mike check 33.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown! Gus Edwards, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh. Tight right. 3 down. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Blackburn. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Come on. Check 26, check 26.
Travel.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Hey, Duke. Hey, box drop. Big grip.
From the gun on 3rd down. Blackburn. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Get it.
From the gun, Blackburn gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Second down and inches. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, Blackburn. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Down. 60 or.
On 1st and 10, Blackburn nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready, break. X3. 218, chop.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Blackburn, he wants it all for the ends. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Hunt. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On the set.
Yes, Mike. Here we go.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pilot, 64,
They run with Hunt. Tim Williams makes the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Set 18 Gator.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, here we go. 30 base.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Get it.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check three, check three, check three.
Topper, topper, 5.
Now it's Hunt, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Go, go. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Blackburn. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude.
And an alley to run. be taken out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Check 50, check 50.
Again, they run with Hill, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw on 2nd down, Blackburn. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on 1st down. Blackburn. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. It comes to me, it's me.
Hey, check my 30.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, check my 33. Check my 33.
From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Shit.
Good. Get him. You got it. Go.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Shit! Watch the shit!
Any weapon.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go. 8 read.
Ringo. Ready?
from the gun. Blackburn, all going deep here for Taylor. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. You got three down. Mike check, 33. Here we go.
Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there. 42 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Ready? 44, Mike, 44. Watch QB drop.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Hill, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, fellas.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Don't get nervous. Say.
Jackson down. Going to throw again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
You don't want it. Chance.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Strong left. Hey. He's crashing. He's tripping.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Strong right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Get wide. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Here we go. Just the outlet. Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Swing. Short. Liam. Switch.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Mack Wilson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jackson now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
AT Gator, coming up to you. Recon, 152 fighter.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Jamie Gillen now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. We got 3. We got 3. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
To throw again. Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Now Jackson operating from the gun. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Memphis 1st down.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Memphis, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed to be emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring the dash. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve the D like a turkey. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominated every basket. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard.